Pretty sure I haven't told this story on this.
Well, I
podcast.
will just putting up an alert if we've said it before because we're getting older and we do tend to repeat our stories.
Oh, well, how fun is this? I'm in Cairns last Thursday doing a gig up there, and I was just talking to these fans of the show afterwards, right?
Yeah.
And
This one?
yeah.
Or your show?
No, fans of this show.
Oh, excellent.
Absolutely.
See how I perked up there? Yep.
And he had a Nugget DVD for me to sign. Now, we're just playing into Stephen Curry's thing that he said last week that I always mention the Nugget, but I'll mention it again. Anyway, because it happened. And anyway, I was telling him how I went for a swim at Palm Cove, and I rang you, didn't I, from Palm Cove?
Yes.
It was beautiful.
Yep.
I said, I wasn't worried about the stingers because it's not stinger season.
No.
And he goes, yeah, it's not stinger season. He goes, but you got to be careful. And I go, yeah, I know, it's hard for me because, and then I point to my groin and I go, admittingly, massive target down there. And he goes, Glenn Robbins. He knew your joke.
Oh,
That's one of your jokes.
It is.
I'm trying to just chuck it into the conversation.
Yeah.
He was right on to me.
Yeah,
that's
'cause
Glenn Robbins.
Oh, wow. The comedy police, because Tony Martin's the one that usually picks us all up. Wow. And what did you say at that point?
I said, you've heard that before. He goes, yeah, Glenn's told that story 3 times at least.
On the podcast.
He reckons.
My joke is, because I got stung by a jellyfish, and the joke is I go,
Nude swimming.
nude swimming, I understand, easy target.
Easy target, right.
Yeah.
I think I said massive target.
Good on him for
Yes.
policing comedy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he's
so
a big fan.
I don't think you've told this other story before.
Well, he works at Centrelink, this guy, too. You know what the joke I always do when I come across someone in the audience who works at Centrelink?
No.
I always go, mate, just turn around. Do you recognise anyone here from the...
That's good.
Anyway, so, no, flying into Orange. That's right. Flying into Orange, and we had a young pilot.
Yep.
Young pilots are always... I mean, I don't mind them. But you know...
But
when you
how
get those-
young did he? How was his skin? Was it clear skin?
24.
Had his voice broken yet?
Yeah, Braden. I think his name was Braden. And he's like, we're going to land in Orange. And it's like...
Did he have plepilots? What do you call those things on his?
Yeah, but because I've done a gig at a pilot school, you can become a pilot when you're 20 now. Because it's like you don't go to university, you do a course, kind of like a TAFE thing. Anyway, whatever. You do
It's probably they just do it on a video game. That's how they learn.
yeah, and those regional airlines have...
Hello to all the pilots out there.
Oh, it's a great job. Those regional airlines, you see people at the start of the career and then people our age at their end of their career.
Yeah.
Like older guys
Yeah.
and women and then younger guys. And yeah, a lot of women these days. Anyway, so we're flying into Orange, rural New South Wales, and he's like, and he couldn't land because there was too much smoke.
Yep.
Or, no, it's smoke. Fog.
Yep.
Cloud.
Yep.
And he goes on the thing, all right, well, I tried to, we're going to approach it again and have another attempt. And approaches again. Nah. And the host is like, not there.
At this point, how was your anxiety?
Yeah, it was a little bit up, and the hostess goes, we normally get through. And then she goes, nah, we're going to Dubbo.
How far away is that?
That's only like 20 minutes on a plane. But
But
it's
it's
like a
a long-
4-hour drive.
Oh no!
like
This
a
is
3 or 4 hour
exciting.
drive.
This is a page turner.
Oh,
Yeah,
so-
what happened?
So we land in Dubbo, and,
Yep,
and he goes,
yep.
all right, everyone get off. Everyone get off. We're gonna-"
Yeah, because it's a late night. I got to go to school tomorrow.
And so we go into this room, this like sort of holding room, and he's standing there with the host, and then this older guy, like, our age, comes out with kind of like a mullet, and he's another, I thought he was like a bag handler, he's another pilot. And he goes, Braden, what happened, mate? What happened? And the young pilot goes, I couldn't land, there was too much fog and cloud. And he goes, eh? He goes, really? He goes, I've been landing in Orange for 35 years, but not a bit of cloud's not going to bloody hurt me, mate.
Wow.
And then he just looks at everyone and goes, all right, everyone back on the plane, we're going to have a fucking crack. So we all go back
You're
on.
going to have a
fucking
crack.
And so we all go back on, and he landed. Don't worry about that. He landed, absolutely.
That's a great story because
Oh,
I
yeah.
could have been staring at your funeral. I could have been making the speech, and
Yeah.
Dave agreed. And what happened with Dave? He agreed to get on when the old guy said, have a crack. He ignored the fresh-minded young boy who played the same. Yeah, wow.
This guy just flew straight in and just landed.
Yeah, but, he did the right thing, the young
The
boy.
young guy, yeah, he's cautious, and that's right. I mean,
Yeah.
the pilot did say he'd been landing in Orange for 35 years, so he knew the sky, man. He knew everything. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then triumphantly got off the airplane, walked on stage, and smashed the gig.
Oh, in Orange, yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Because if you're going to go out, it's not a bad way for you to. It's
Well, when we flew overseas with the kids, I said, I want to take a sleeping tablet. And Kid was like, you can't. What if something happens on the plane? I said, if something happens on the plane, there'll be a flash and we'll all be dead. You won't
That's
even
right.
know.
Yeah. What's the joke? How often do these things crash? Just the once. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the other joke? When your number's up, your number's up. What if you're sitting next to a guy on the plane whose number's up?
Yeah. So you had the sleeping tablet? And did you sleep?
No, I didn't have a sleeping tablet.
She wouldn't let you.
No.
I know if you looked around the room and the plane was going around, I'd look around the room and go, there's a comedian up the back there. He needs to fly the plane. I would call on you.
To fly the plane?
Well, you're smart. You know stuff. You've read a lot of books.
Yeah, but
you know.
no, I couldn't fly a plane. You need someone.
I think you could. If they were on the headphone thing,
yeah.
saying, okay, pull this lever here.
That's the other thing you got to be careful of. I know there's another comedian who always puts down doctor on his.
I know.
And so he
gets upgraded.
Gets upgraded, and then one time there was an incident on the plane.
Yep.
And the one comes up. Oh, Dr. Jones.
We've got someone who's
up the back, and then thank God the guy next to him said, "I'm a doctor too. I'll go." Oh, thank God for that. Hey?
And he went, "Oh yeah, you go. I'll if you need backup, I'll be in the toilet."
Well, I remember on the radio we talked about this, and a guy rang up and he said, "I'm a doctor." He goes, "When you go to the RSL," he goes to the RSL a bit. He goes, "You've got to sign in," and he goes, "I've stopped signing in as Dr. Smith or whatever because I'm just sick of my dinner getting interrupted by some old coot falling over."
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's very true.
So now he goes to the RSL, someone falls over, he just sits there and goes, no, I'm an accountant. I don't know what's going on.
But then again, sometimes when you go to a party and it's a barbecue, and all of a sudden they go, "Oh, we need a bit of a speech." Dave, you're here.
Yeah. You can get up and have a crack.
I go, no. I said, it's not my party.
No.
No. I got no gear prepared.
No.
So I just say, "Oh, look, you'll be fine. I'll hold your hand." Yeah. And then they get up and I heckle them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. And then you're doing it for free. It's like, well, this is shit. Anyway, we're going to have a crack at the podcast. Play that music.
Welcome to Somehow Related. Now, please welcome your hosts, Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Well, here we are. We got two topics. We're going to work out how they're related.
Yes.
Taking the world by storm, this podcast, is it?
Well, you travel around the country.
Oh, you always meet fans. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't watch the ratings religiously. I watch it. I don't watch it minute by minute. I watch it hour by hour.
You get Google updates or whatever.
Yeah, Google alerts.
Word updates. Alerts, that's it, alerts.
Do you have Google alerts?
No, what for?
I got one the other day. I'm in court, apparently, because I'm a fisherman, apparently, in the northern hemisphere, and I was getting fish illegally. Glenn Robbins was. And
disgusting.
I should be taken to court. So it's interesting to read, what's happening.
So you get an alert every time your name's mentioned in wherever?
Is that indulgent? Yes, I do.
I've got another friend who does that. I'm like,
I don't want to
hear that. I don't want to hear, whatever.
Someone might say something bad about you.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that.
But I don't. That would be more your social media. This is
true. Yeah, or a review of a show you're in. Maybe it could be in the proper media.
Well, it could be, but I don't do that many. I mean, things come up where Glenn Robbins, bloody blah, Kath and Kim being played, bloody blah.
Yeah.
Invariably, it's not. So I haven't had any bad experiences except for that fishing incident that
you've wiped your hands off.
Yeah, look, I got good representation, and fish are for eating. We all know that.
Exactly. Well, you were breaking the law.
It was only a couple of dolphins.
You're often down the bay just doing abalone. Still in abalone. I've seen you. Being chased by the coppers.
I sell them cheap. If you want to, I can get anything you want. Okay, so
all right, we get two topics. All we have to do is work out how they're related. You can play along. What are the topics, Sam?
Peas and alarm clocks.
Ooh.
I only had peas the other night.
I love peas.
Oh, you're going to love this.
Mm.
You're going to love this.
Pea and ham soup.
I bought a chicken pie, big family one, but from one of those shops that it wasn't one in a box at the supermarket.
Yeah, like a gourmet shop, ready-made meals.
$30. Is that expensive?
Yep.
But
it'd be a good one, though.
I got to say, it delivered. Anyway,
creamy
I said
sauce?
to Selena, we've got some salad to have with that.
Beautiful.
And that was nice. You could have mashed potato. She said, how about we have some peas with it?
Oh, yeah.
I got to say, out of the park.
Peas with like a pie, great. Also peas with a roast.
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
And look, we've said it before, but all the elements of a roast turned up to a party.
All the veggies turned up.
No, I'm saying everyone. So a lamb would be the star of the show.
Yeah, the leg of lamb.
Leg of lamb would sit in the middle of the table. Well, your roast potatoes.
Potatoes are pretty good.
Potatoes.
I reckon pumpkin's underrated.
So do I. You're talking roast pumpkin.
I always think of that Carl Barron routine. I'm not a fan of pumpkin. Like pumpkin's like a rock star that has fans. I'm not a fan of pumpkin. I can't remember the routine, but it's funny.
So then you go your potatoes, roast
Pumpkin.
I reckon your peas are coming next.
Oh, I reckon. Yeah, I agree. Before beans and carrots.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And when I look down at the thing, I
Absolutely.
go, okay, don't go your peas too early.
No. I often leave them till last, the peas.
How do you eat them?
Because I get all the juice on them and a bit of mint sauce. I love a bit of mint sauce on lamb. I had it last night. I had roast lamb last night.
How do you? Okay,
I get them on I push them on the fork.
you have a little bit of lamb or whatever. I don't eat lamb because it doesn't agree with me.
Well, it doesn't like you either. Man.
And then, so with a mashed potato, you can get your peas on there
boy,
pretty
yeah,
easily, can't you? You get them;
they
they
get
become
stuck
this like a
in.
little work of art on your fork.
I'm going to say something controversial.
Oh, okay, here we go. Get your pens out.
Peas frozen are better than peas fresh. I like frozen peas. I love fresh vegetables. I actually prefer frozen peas to fresh
Okay, well, I'm
peas.
going to question you on that. How could it be more appealing? How? Possibly.
I just find that the frozen peas are a bit softer. Remember Nana used to shell the peas in the corner? She'd
Did you
shell
ever get the
peas?
job of shelling peas?
Yeah.
Did you ever have a few raw ones?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I like frozen soft peas. Is that bad?
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Because
But
we don't have any frozen vegetables.
I reckon.
But then-
Was that only last? When were we talking about fridges? Was that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon you could go to any fridge in Australia, open up, and there would be a packet of frozen
Yeah.
peas.
And they've been... And,
You always have a packet of frozen peas.
they must be the most popular frozen vegetable. What comes close? Nothing. Do you have any other frozen vegetables apart from peas?
No.
No.
I look along, the fridge section at the supermarket, and I go, should I get that combo that got happening there, cauliflower
Yeah,
with that?
cauliflower and broccoli.
No. But peas know that they're good at what they do.
How did that come to be? We're not buying frozen pumpkin, frozen broccoli.
And you can buy tinned peas as well, can't you?
Yes, that's
But-
very British.
yeah.
How did it come to be that we just sort of went, no, everything else we want fresh? I know some people use frozen vegetables, and they're quite good apparently. I've had them in the past. They don't lose much nutrition or anything when they freeze them.
No, I
apparently,
don't
'cause they're all
think that-
stuck
Yeah.
in the freezing situation. But how did we come to that point where everything else is fresh, the meat's but peas are always frozen, I'd say. Don't you reckon?
They are. If you were having a very nice meal at home, you wouldn't be embarrassed to say that your
No.
peas are frozen.
No.
Would you?
But if you said the other vegetables are frozen,
You
people
go,
would
oh, come on, darling, we're going.
God.
This is not good enough. No. The only other thing that peas in a packet, and this might be the reason, is that if you sprain your ankle, get a packet of peas,
Yes.
put them on your ankle.
Yes.
Because they form around, they break up and
Yeah, they're
form
good.
around the whatever part is swelling up.
Do you ever drop them on the ground to smash them up?
Yeah.
You get a cluster of them?
Yep. And here we go. How do you cook them? I'll give you the options. Do you put them in a pot of water and let them boil, or do you just go bang straight in the microwave, job done?
I don't have a microwave. I've told you before.
What do you mean you don't have a
The
microwave?
jury's out on microwaves.
Well,
I
it
don't
might be zapping you.
I don't trust them.
What do you say it's going to give you cancer? Is that what you're saying?
I reckon. Yeah. Jury's out.
Jury's not out.
I don't have a microwave.
God, it must be hard working your place when you have leftovers. What do you got to put
Put them
some,
in the oven.
But you can't. It takes too long.
Put them in the oven.
Oh, I remember my mum and dad before microwave days. They'd have a pot of boiling water. They put the plate of food
Oh, yes.
on the pot of boiling water. Then they
Yes.
put a lid over the top of it,
Yes.
and they would heat up the meal
Yes.
like that. God, we're going back in time.
That
now.
was great. No,
No,
just-
it wasn't.
we
It
used-
wasn't great. The microwave is much better, except inconsistent.
I
Well,
don't
you
like
wouldn't know about it
microwaves.
because if you had a pie in a
It's
microwave,
always soggy.
just put it on slow. Just do,
Oh, is that what you do?
Sensor heating.
You should write a cookbook.
But anyway,
Microwaving with Glenn.
so you just put your
in the
peas
steamer. Tend to put in the steamer.
in the steamer, sit on top of the boiling water. You don't put them in the boiling water.
Sometimes, yeah. How do you cook them? In the microwave?
Well,
With your TV dinner?
on my TV,
TV dinner?
Yeah, well, I have
That's
a tray.
like a
I have
sad-
I have a tray. Okay, big deal.
Yeah.
Whatever. No, I think I would probably boil some water and pop them in.
Yeah.
What's the old saying?
Peas in the pod.
No, strain the peas.
I'll strain the peas.
That is a way of saying,
Go to
I'm
the
going
toilet.
I'm going to urinate.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a lovely thought.
Peas in the pod, strain
Yeah.
the peas.
Okay, so
I think we've done a lot on peas.
no, I just want to ask you.
Pea shooter.
I'm giving you a scenario. I like a scenario. You are eating your dinner. You've run out of lamb. You've run out of mashed potato. You've run out, and there are a few peas left. How do you negotiate those few peas into your mouth?
Yeah.
I'm going to say there's like 20 peas left.
No, you push them on the fork with your knife. Because normally,
which way the fork? Which way is the fork? Is it fork in spoon position?
no, I'm not skewering the peas.
No. Meaning, is it in? Is it? I've got a fork in my hand right here that I had lunch with. Do you scoop them like that?
Yeah, and then push it with the knife.
So you put them on like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you go like this.
That's it.
Oh, like that.
That's
So what
it.
I'm doing at this point is, can you hear that?
Yep. Yeah.
Sound effects. I'm now. I'm.
Yeah.
The fork is in spoon position.
Yes.
And the fork and the knife is coming on and loading it up like a.
Oh, and I move it really quickly, so I get them all in, but often some fall off.
And you often, when you vacuum the couch,
Find a pea.
You'll find a pea.
And the dishwasher too.
You'll find a pea down the back of the couch, and the poor little pea sitting there going, "Oh, I wish with her.
Put me in the compost.
Yeah, I lost all my friends."
Yeah, no, and often in the steamer saucepans you'll find peas. They do turn up on the sink. They turn up everywhere.
So, would you consider eating peas with a spoon?
Yeah.
It's a big call. It's a big one.
It's very pensioner, isn't it?
Yeah. But I've got to say, if all the utensils got together, my ratio of spoon use has jumped above fork use.
Wow. That means you're getting old.
I don't say. What do you
Isn't
mean?
it?
Maybe I'm just getting smart.
Ah, that's what's happening. Old and
Because I remember the
smart.
time, I've probably told this story before, where Brian Nankervis was doing warm-ups one day, and I looked, this is warm-ups for Thank God You're Here, many years ago, and he had his dinner there with him, and it was fried rice, and he had a spoon, and it was the first person I ever saw. In my head, I'm going, you can't eat fried rice with a spoon.
No, but now you would.
But
wouldn't you?
Can you do it now?
Oh, yeah. Also, hey, that's where peas punch above their weight in the fried rice. They do good work in the fried rice.
You reckon they do?
Yeah, I reckon they do.
Is a pea in your classic fried rice?
Yeah, I reckon.
Is it?
Yeah.
And a little bit of carrot, is that in there as well?
Yeah, a little
I
bit of
don't know.
carrot,
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit of pea.
I reckon they're messing with someone.
Special fried rice, definitely.
Try and eat fried rice and peas with chopsticks.
No,
Do you reckon
it's too
peas
hard.
are big in China? How are they eating their peas?
How are they with chopsticks?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
They
no,
could-
Mum, not peas again. I can't get them onto my chop.
Yeah.
But maybe you would just
Chopstick.
line them up and put them on there one by
Maybe
one.
they're just Anglo-Saxon, but I'm pretty sure they have peas everywhere.
Well,
Peas are lovely.
well, if they're in their fried rice, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're in the fried rice.
But it could be an Australian adaptation. You know?
The old Australian adaptations.
Old Aussie, mate.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, we love our peas.
I think peas.
Peas.
What are they? Are a legume? Are they? I think
Oh,
they are.
God, are they? I thought they were
What
just
are
a vegetable. Peas.
What else were there?
Peas,
Tinned,
please.
we've said all that.
Peas.
Green. They've got to get your greens.
Yeah.
Does that count as a
greens.
green?
Yeah.
It counts
Yeah,
as a green.
it's roughage. It's a pea.
Do you like pea soup? I don't.
Yeah, I love pea and ham. Beautiful. Haven't had it for years, but I love it.
No, I don't like
Pea
it.
floater? Ooh. Get
Oh, hang
Adelaide?
on. Hang
Get
on.
a pea floater?
This is big in other states
Adelaide.
because we're from Victoria.
Yeah.
And in New South Wales, they do a.
Pea floater, but it's a big South Australian thing.
And how does it work again?
It's just a pie floating in pea soup.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
Does it come on a plate?
It's sort of in a bowl.
So what you do is you mix up all your meat and your
I assume
pastry,
so.
and
I've
you have
never
peas with it.
Never had one. I've seen it.
Sounds pretty good. But
Ooh.
again, how do you eat it?
Yeah, exactly. How
I'd
do
be
you eat
eating
it?
that with a spoon.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just think the spoon is
Well-
punching above its weight.
Let's talk about alarm clocks. When was the last time you had an alarm clock?
Well, no, let's go back the other way. Do you remember when you first got an alarm clock?
Oh, as kids.
Yeah, and
Or
am I
teenagers.
right in saying this? May be a bit before you. The numbers used to flap.
Oh my God! I saw that in movies. Yeah, my dad had one of them.
Yeah, okay.
They were great.
I'm probably saying
Oh,
that is your
Dad.
Yeah.
All right, Dad.
Kevin, he would have had a flappy.
We had one down the beach house too. Yeah.
Still do?
Don't know what happened to it.
You know what they had? They had him in that movie Groundhog Day.
Ah,
'Cause
yes.
next to his
It would flap
bed,
over.
it would flap over, and it would click over at what time? 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
And then his day would start again, and it would drive him
With
nuts.
that song, "I Got You, Babe," is it? By
Yes,
Sonny and Cher.
Yeah, well done, well remembered.
That's a creepy movie. We watched it with the kids.
What, Groundhog Day? Yeah. What do you mean creepy?
His attitude.
It's classic.
Classic, but
If you read into it, it's creepy. Why?
Well, I mean-
contriving.
well, when the Groundhog Day stops is when he sleeps with Annie McDowell. It's like having it off with Annie McDowell, or what her name is.
Sorry, I'm not-
solve the problem. That's how he gets with her, and then it's not Groundhog Day again.
Oh, so the message there is,
Yeah.
if you do that, then
Groundhog Day.
so alarm clocks. So then the flappy. No, okay, but the original one, my first moving alarm clock was those travel ones. Would flip out. They'd sit up in their own case. My dad had one of those.
Yes.
But that was as good as it got.
I reckon my first alarm clock was actually digital.
Are you jumping forward? I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to be, what's the word?
Chronological.
Yeah, chronological. I remember it going from one of those ones that my dad had, and there was a thing, you go, have you heard about alarm clocks? You wake up to, wait for it, the radio. That was a big
Amazing.
deal. As opposed to waking up to meep, 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 or ding, yeah. You woke up to, Gentle FM or Gentle AM, and you could have it on not too loud, and you could wake up appropriately, and it would have a snooze button on the top, and you would bang it, and you could you could snooze a bit longer.
Did you ever have that old fashioned like Mickey Mouse or those clocks, the little ones?
Oh yeah, no.
We've got some because of course Kieran loves old things. Occasionally, just hear this.
Well, she's got you.
The alarm clock would just go off in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, it was because it wasn't right.
Yeah, it's just so annoying.
And I always find those ones a bit hard to set because you had the one arm poking down, which was the alarm.
Yes.
Don't get your arms mixed up.
It's hard.
Because you go, oh, okay. And then it was like you go, I want to wake up at 20 to 7. You go, you have to move it about there. And the knob at the back is always a bit hard on your fingers.
Yes.
Isn't it? You go, I can't. Come on, get a grip. Thing. Move.
Now
it's gone too far.
I'm going to put something out there, though. Alarm clocks have been replaced by phones.
Yes, but I still haven't finished.
Oh, you still haven't finished in chronological order?
No, because what happened was...
Let's hear the timeline.
Yeah, when you were setting the flappy ones, if you were setting them and you went too far with the flappy one...
Oh, it clicks over again?
You had to go through again 24 hours and come back to your yawning because we're talking about sleep.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm
back.
I'm being boring. I'm not
back.
sure. Then it moved. Okay, now we can finally
To digital?
Yes.
The red writing.
Yeah, that was always red, wasn't it? Never blue. It was always red. And I would say sometimes too bright.
Yes.
In fact, I had an alarm clock. I put some blue. I had too much time on my hands. Put some blue film over it because they say it's not good to look at the clock at the time if you wake in the middle of the night because you go, oh my God, it's only 2 o'clock. It's only 3 o'clock. Oh, no. Whereas you just wake up and you go, whatever time it is to go back to sleep.
What about when you go to your nana's? I just remember going to my in-laws' house and just lying there hearing all these clocks clicking and whirring.
Oh, yeah.
Click,
A ticking.
dong,
Yeah. Oh, they are intimidating.
click, dong, dong, dong. What the hell is that? What is that?
That's the noise you hear just before you get murdered.
Yeah, ding.
Yeah. All I could hear was the ticking of the clock. Then they came in with the axe and chopped me up.
Oh, we had the same alarm clock for years in our bedroom, me and my twin brother. We'd just sit in the middle of us on a desk and we'd listen to the radio on it at night.
Yeah, and you could have that thing where you could tell the radio to turn in about half an hour.
Oh,
Didn't
don't
you?
remember that.
I think you do. Or
Yeah.
maybe, and then it would come back at 6 a.m. to wake you up.
Do you have an alarm clock anymore? Do you have a clock in your bedroom?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have a digital one that, most importantly, it doesn't light up until you press it, so to speak.
Ah.
Yeah, a bit like my penis. No, sorry.
Admittingly,
Okay, sorry.
Big target or whatever we say.
So if I wake up, I'm not, because some of them cast a big amount of light.
I know. When you go to hotel rooms, you're like, gee, what is that?
Yeah, and then what I do is I turn them. Sometimes I will turn them around so I can only see them if I do get up and go to the toilet. But as you're lying there, you don't want to open your eyes and go, there is nothing worse if you've got insomnia and you keep on staring at the clock.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And you know what's also used to be annoying? Daylight savings.
Oh.
Like with your clock in the car, it's still annoying. You're like, oh, I've got to change
I work it out.
What's the real time? Oh, the real time's 7 p.m.
I work out how to change it. Then it's a year before I change it again. No, it's a year, 6 months. And in that 6 months, I've forgotten how I did
I know.
it. Especially in the car. I go,
In the car,
oh, do I go
you
into
gotta Google
functions
it.
or do I go to settings? No, do I go, oh, now I've changed the speed thing. Oh, no, don't.
It's annoying.
It's really annoying.
It's annoying.
Yes. Okay, so now we can go to your other preference. Most people would have
phone
using their alarm.
I had an alarm clock up until about a year ago, but now I just use my phone.
Yeah.
So
it is fantastic. And you would have how many in there already set? Do you leave them
heaps.
in there? Yeah.
Heaps.
Because I go through and I go, why did I have a 4:30 p.m.
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
And that'll be because I'm in a hotel room and I've got to do a show that night, and I won't ever lie down. So I'll put it on and come off at 4:30, which means then I've got half an hour for a shower.
Right.
And then I've got to be at the thing at 6 o'clock, and then I'll call an Uber, and so I'll work it out backwards.
How long do you allow, like when you're interstate or whatever, and you have to get up for the airport? How long do you allow to get ready and leave?
I reckon you would not allow very much time, whereas
Yeah, you're right.
I over
You're
prepare.
right.
You're kind of like
20
exactly.
minutes.
You go bang,
20
job done.
minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes. Yeah.
But do you often wake up before the alarm clock goes?
Yes.
I do too.
Old people wake up and
Is that because you've got your body alarm clock?
yeah,
So I have to get up every morning for the kids to make their lunches and go to school.
yeah.
But
So
I never set the alarm for that.
yes, wake up.
Occasionally my son sticks his head in the door. Dad, it's 7:45. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, sometimes you can wake up early, then go into that second sleep,
Oh,
and it's a
yeah.
doozy. You are dreaming up a storm.
Well, there's a great book called what's it called, Second Sleep, because this was a phenomenon in the Middle Ages. Have we talked about this before?
No.
Where people used to have like a second dinner in the middle of the night because they used to have two sleeps because they go to bed so early. Because in the Middle Ages or whenever, when everyone was a peasant or whatever, you just went to bed when it got dark.
Yep.
There's no
there was
TV.
Yep.
There was no-
Wasn't there even in the dark ages no TV? Is that true?
Yes, no TV.
Really?
No TV, no radio. And then it's called The Second Sleep, that book. And then they get up and they'd,
That wouldn't be a great book.
oh no, it's a great book.
Is
It's
it
a great
really?
book.
Oh, just talking about the
No.
second. Okay, keep
No,
going.
it's a book about this medieval kind of setting, but there's a big twist in the middle. It's really good.
Oh, it's a novel.
Yeah, it's a novel.
Oh, I thought it was just talking about waking up in the middle of the night and having dinner. I thought that's a pretty
I can't
boring
remember
book.
who wrote it, but anyway.
So
That
they
was
would have dinner at, let's say 5 o'clock.
midnight. No,
No,
sorry, yeah.
They
yeah,
have some food at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then go to bed.
Yeah.
Wake up. So the one at 5 o'clock was kind of like a
So, yeah, a normal dinner. And then
Yep.
they wake up at midnight or 1 or 2 and have a second.
and get up and go to the kitchen and
Yeah.
have a second one.
Yeah. Bizarre, isn't it?
Do you like a midnight snack?
No, I
went-
never eat when I get up in the middle of the night. No.
On occasion, I have, but not very often.
I mean, I always liked eating late, but it's not good for you.
If I wake up with a headache
Yeah.
from
Whatever.
the heavy drug scene I'm into,
Yeah, that's you can get alcohol.
if I have to have some anti-inflammatory, you've got to have it with food.
Yeah, that's important.
So you get up and have a banana.
Mm-hmm.
Not what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you that. And then you go, okay, I have some food. But because I don't really want
But
toast.
you normally have a banana at night anyway, don't you?
I have a banana with peanut
So
butter.
you
on
often have a second banana. You're going to clog yourself up.
it. I'm second
Yeah.
banana on this show.
Yeah. You know,
Boom.
bananas clog you up. You know that, don't you?
What do you mean they?
Well, as opposed to prunes and things that get you going.
Is that why?
I think bananas can, yeah.
How many bananas are you having a day?
Oh, probably one if that. I don't eat bananas all the time.
Well, it's my go-to if I've got a hankering.
I have an apple every day, but I don't have a banana.
See, I don't
every
eat
day.
apples.
Oh, I love apples.
I don't mind. Yeah, okay. All right. Makes you better
Whatever.
than me.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
when there's a fruit bowl, we'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll have the apple,
Can I
you
just
just-
say how many bananas I have?
Yeah, how many?
3.
Yeah, that's. Oof.
Well, I'm in trouble, am I?
Well, I don't know, are you? I'm not your doctor. If your bowels are functioning fine, that's fine.
Do we
You can
really want
handle
to
the
talk about that?
You can handle the banana.
I could do half an hour on things that my friends have told me. Amazing stories.
About what?
Getting constipated, and he's a regular listener to
Oh,
this podcast.
like how long? How long for?
I can't tell you because I don't want to tell his
5
story.
days?
I will ask him.
Put it this way: we used to do radio, and we talked about this once because Husey admitted that he would sometimes go to the toilet, number 2s,
Yeah.
10 times a day.
Oh, that's weird.
And we had a doctor on. Me and Kate are like, Kate Lambrook were like, he was drinking a lot of coffee. And as you know, coffee's a diuretic, right? It'll make you go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we had a doctor on. He goes, no, that's fine. That's
10
fine.
times a day.
Yeah, he goes, that's fine. It's not normal, but that's fine. And then we said, but what about the other way? And then a woman rang up and said she hadn't been in the toilet for 5 days.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, that's fine, as long as you go once every 5 days. I'm like, what?
Geez, you haven't a bet both ways, this doctor.
And then this woman would ring us up and tell us if anything had happened. And Kate would go, has the turtle appeared? And she's like, no turtle today. This poor woman was just constipated.
Well, I had a friend of mine who was...
How many days?
Well,
Because, remember when you go on school camp and you'd hold
Yeah.
on for 4 days?
that's very true. Where's David? Oh, she's been in there for a
I
long
remember
time.
Dicko told the story.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry about this. We didn't mean
This
for
is-
this to get. This
this
has gone
is-
from alarm clocks to defecating. It's taken a nasty turn.
Well, okay, you have your friend, then I'll tell you the story about this.
Oh, no, my friend was repulsed by her own doing of it.
Oh, that's psychological.
Yeah. So she couldn't stand the idea of what was happening, so she just didn't go.
What?
I don't want to put ideas.
Was she the
into-
queen? Okay,
Yeah.
so Dicko went on. He hosted Survivor, Australian Survivor, right?
Yep.
And there was a girl on there. I can't remember her name, but she was sort of a minor celebrity. And Dicko told this story on the radio, and she got really upset. This girl is a contestant on Australian
Yes.
Survivor.
Yeah, I got it. Yes.
Okay, she gets voted off the island. She meets Dicko in the bar. You know, Dicko's a friend,
Yeah.
and she said, "Look, can I use your bathroom?" Right, and so
Bathroom where?
in his room. Oh, they moved back to his room. They're having a drink in his room. There was nothing untoward going on.
Right.
They were just looking at the
Sorry.
balcony. And this
No.
is on a Pacific island. This is on, say, Noumea. Because they had Australian Survivor in Noumea or somewhere on it.
And then were they out of the competition?
Yeah, he hosted it, but she was voted out. But she'd been on the thing for like 2
okay,
weeks.
got it. I'm sorry. I'm
she's,
sure that
she's a
yep,
contestant who's been voted, been
Yes.
on there for 2 weeks.
She
And
yes.
so she was obviously holding on badly.
Yeah.
And so she went into the toilet and did her stuff, and it blocked the toilet. And then Dicko said he had a look, and there was actually a stick in it. And then he had to get the big Islander guy to come and sorry, bro, excuse me. He had to come and unblock the toilet.
There was a stick in it.
Yes. A twig. It was so big because she'd hold on for
How
so
did it-
long.
I'm sorry.
There was a twig
Feel
in it.
free to turn off at this point because I'm going to.
There was a twig in
I'm
it.
going to dive deep
And
on
the
this.
toilet wouldn't flush. so
Which
you think-
way did the twig get in? Did the twig
I
go
don't know,
up,
she
or
must
did
have
she
eat-
eat the twig?
She must have eaten the twig.
Oh, she couldn't have eaten a twig. It wouldn't have got through the.
He said there was a little twig in it.
What's a twig to you? How big's a
A
twig?
twig like, I don't know, small. Might have been a really small twig. Anyway, so she stopped talking to him after he told that story on air.
Well,
Excuse me, bro, got to unblock the toilet. Oh,
um,
I think we need to have some thinking music. This is what thinking music can we have? We've really gone off. But
we have.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about alarm clocks.
oh god,
We're talking about alarm clocks, and I don't know whether there's anything else we can say.
No.
except they are a great invention. They're still out there, and I think they help a lot of people.
yeah.
So we need some thinking music because it was a long time ago that we were talking about peas, and then we really got off to the side. We need thinking music. How about, is there a bird's eye? Is there a bird's eye ad? No?
For peas.
No, I don't think
Is there a
not-
peas ad? Frozen veggies?
No.
Is
Is there a scene? Oh, we were talking
well,
about
you mentioned Groundhog Day.
Is the, how about the scene? I know. There's a scene when he sings that song, and the alarm clock. You see the alarm clock, and it's the rule of three. It's the days it's later in the film when he
It's
is
driving you mad, isn't it?
It's right, and then every day he breaks the alarm clock,
That's right.
and the third one he smashes it on the floor.
All right.
Let's just hear that scene.
Okay. This is Bill Murray. He's been woken up with the same song every day.
and then he punches it, and then he does a double-handed throw to the floor. So you have to use the
Imagination.
Imagination, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, good film. I
bit
obviously
creepy.
think. Well, anyway. So,
It's a funny film.
all right. Do you want to have a crack?
Peas and alarm clocks.
Yeah. What are you saying? No, you knew you
I
know.
haven't thought about this at all. Peas and alarm clocks. The first alarm clocks
idea
were
of the show.
invented by pea farmers because they had to get up at a certain time.
Well, that's not
Bang.
bad.
I said it.
I'm going to say that peas, they are good for you and they enhance your body clock.
Oh, wow. Well, what is the answer, Sam?
Pea shooters were used as alarm clocks. The knocker-up used a baton or short, heavy stick to knock on the client's doors or a long and light stick. One famous photograph shot in 1931 by John Topham shows a knocker-up in East London using a pea shooter. Mary Smith's inventive approach was a solution to a common problem. Traditional knocking often inadvertently woke up the neighbours as well. Her pea shooting method proved both effective and discreet, making sure the tap of a pea on a window was loud enough to wake her clients but not so intrusive as to bother others.
Wow.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
I'm putting it to you though.
Uh-oh. It's a different type of pee.
But no, it's a dried pea probably. But is one pea hitting your window going to wake you up?
Well,
I mean, the guy every day, I still get the paper delivered because
Yeah.
I'm old school. Sometimes the paper wakes me up, but sometimes it doesn't. So just one pea hitting the window.
maybe they do a couple of pees.
Really?
Yeah.
What, urinate? Peeing
No,
on the
but
window?
I mean, but
Sure, it's not someone peeing on the window.
But if you it's just like, okay, if we just go quiet now and there's a window there, okay, if you were quiet, we'd go crack on the window. So you're right, it might not wake you up. I reckon if you hired the person that did it, you would have to go keep on cracking with the peas until I go to the window and wave to you.
Also, my imagination of medieval times would be that these streets would be so noisy anyway, wouldn't they? There'd be cows and horses and juggling.
Maybe not that time of
maybe
juggling.
jugglers or whatever.
At 5 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know, but that's an
Jeez,
issue.
you're harsh.
I don't know
on-
if
well, take it up with Sam because
yeah.
if you don't like what she's
Yeah.
saying, if you don't believe her, because there has been rumours about this show.
Sam's making stuff up.
I don't want to be
I don't
bringing
know,
a bad
facetious.
but maybe some of the things are a little bit wishy-washy as far as actually being somehow related.
maybe.
If we were taken, because we could be taken to court for inappropriate broadcasting.
Sure.
We're making people would go to a party and then they'll say something and
Is
people
it
say,
so-
no, you're wrong, that's not right.
that's
And
not-
they'll go, I heard it on somehow related, and then a fight will break
Yeah.
out. And then they'll know, why did the fight break out? Because of somehow related.
Well, sorry, we apologise for that.
If
you've
you
been hit because
yeah.
of somehow related.
I just think if you say something from somehow related, quote from it, you go, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, peas
Allegedly.
and alarm clocks, as brought up by Dave O'Neill, that maybe that's not true.
And Glenn Robbins. Don't
Yeah.
just put me in it.
Oh no! Well, you're the one. I was going with it. You were.
Oh,
you
no,
were the
I'm
one.
just,
yeah.
I'm
so,
just interested in it.
Yeah.
Love history.
so I don't know whether we've killed the whole reel into the podcast. I know our producer gets a little bit worried
About what?
about some of our legitimacy.
Oh, yeah, but don't worry about that. Who cares?
I like it when you say that.
All right, well, we got to go.
We normally would like to send it and finish on a high note.
You know what they had on the menu? They didn't have pea soup. They had lentil soup on the menu.
I can't eat it.
Who's ordering that? Seriously. Who's ordering that?
Lentils kill me.
Who's ordering that?
Lentil soup. Well, you people who like to be flushed out because
Yes.
it cleans you up.
But yeah, well, with your 3 bananas, you might want to get some. Look out.